Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and option a 2020 Porsche 718 Boxster, as well as learn about the features and other configurations. Before we do, however, I just want to remind you that if you find this build and price review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. The 2020 Porsche 718 Boxster is a narrowly focused sports car. Performance is the key word here since the compact dimensions, mid-engine body style, and tenacious handling come at the expense of convenience. But a lack of cargo space is highly unlikely to dissuade the type of shopper seeking the open-air thrills of the Boxster. The 2020 Porsche 718 Boxster is one of the best sports cars you can buy if you desire driving enjoyment. It's fast, nimble, and uncommonly precise in the way it communicates with its driver. This Porsche is a roadster in the classical sense, which is to say it's focused primarily on nimble handling and driver enjoyment. I wouldn't want it any other way. Much of its allure comes from its mid-engine configuration, meaning the engine sits between the seats and rear wheels. This engine location gives the 2020 Porsche 718 Boxster and its fixed-roof 718 Cayman sibling a handling balance prized by car enthusiasts. As it's a Porsche, the Boxster can get pretty expensive once you start ticking off options. Still, the 2020 718 Boxster is the sportiest in the class and will certainly satisfy your appetite for performance. The closest rivals are the Audi TT and the new BMW Z4. Both are more comfortable and convenient, but are less performance-oriented. The 2020 Porsche 718 Boxster is a two-seat rear-wheel drive soft-top convertible sports car that is available in two trims, base and S. The two are primarily differentiated by the size and output of the turbocharged four-cylinder engine, with the S being the most powerful. Porsche offers an exhaustive supply of options for both trims. Now, the base 718 Boxster comes with a turbocharged 2-liter flat-cylinder engine that makes 300 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque, and it comes with 18-inch wheels. Aside from the badges, you can tell the base model apart from the S by its black brake calipers and single central tailpipe. With the base 718 Boxster producing 300 horsepower, it would take some serious justification to shell out the additional money to step up to the Boxster S. I suggest directing that money toward options rather than the sportier trim. The PDK transmission will yield slightly better performance and less driver fatigue during rush hour traffic, but the manual has its own appeal and romance. Either is an excellent choice in my book. Now, real fast, we can see that the base model Boxster starts at $59,600. You're going to take a real healthy jump up to the S at $72,000. That's why, for my money, I'm about the base model. It makes good power, and it's more than enough performance, I think, for daily driving. Okay, let's jump into this build and price review of the 2020 Porsche 718 Boxster. We are actually going to build and price the base model, but before we do that, we're going to check out the features. We can see right down here at the bottom, we're going to check out the features, we're going to look at the gallery, and we're going to check out the color and wheels. We already checked out the model and specs. The brochure doesn't say anything, and neither does the dealer. So we're going to check out colors and wheels, features, and gallery. But before we do, real quick, before we get started, I just want to remind you to take a look at some of my other related build and price reviews. I've put links in the description below to vehicles that compete directly with the Porsche Boxster. I've mentioned the Audi TT. I've done build and price reviews. I mentioned the BMW Z4. I did the build and price review. I've mentioned the 718 Cayman. I did the GT4. I did the 2020 718 Cayman GT4. So if you're interested in that, you should take a look at that as well. I put all those links in the description below. So check those out after you watch this video. That said, let's take a look at the colors and wheels. So I always think this is interesting with Porsche. They show you, before you get to the configurator, like most manufacturers do, manufacturers will show you the colors, the exterior colors like Porsche is showing us right now. The funny thing is when we click these exterior colors, they don't actually tell us the names of the exterior colors until we actually get to the car configurator. So we can see here that that the car is clearly black. We changed the color, but nowhere does it actually tell us what the actual name of the color is. We can't see the names of the colors until we actually get to the car configurator, and that is unlike any other manufacturer. They always show you the actual names of the colors, so we can't even tell. So we got some standard colors, looks to be white, black, red, yellow. I can't give you the exact names because we won't know those exact names till we get to the configuration. There's a bunch of metallic colors. Those are the ones that have the metal flake in there. A lot of different options there. We got some special colors, and it looks like the convertible top, you can have the convertible top in several colors. Looks like there's a black, a navy blue, some kind of burgundy, and a shade of brown. That's super cool. So I selected the red top, but all it does is show the top stowed away. So we got a black exterior with the red top, so you can kind of see how that might look. So those are exterior colors. So there's lots of exterior colors, and there's a lot of options on what you can do with the convertible top. Moving ahead, there's a lot of different wheel options as well. Again, we won't know the names of these wheels until we get to the car configurator, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. We've got several different styles of wheels here. I usually like these turbo style wheels here. Let me show you what they look like. Yeah, these are the turbo style wheels, and they look pretty nice. They've got other wheels here that we can take a look at. This website is actually moving a little bit faster now. It was moving slow when we first landed here, but everything seems to be moving a little bit faster. Yeah, I think I like these turbo wheels the most. They look really nice. Then they've got all these interior color options. So we can get to the interior here, and they've got all these different color interiors. Here's a nice red. Here's some kind of two-tone here. You got a lot of options, and you know what? I don't even really like tan or whatever color that is, but that actually even looks good. Can we get a different shot? Yeah, that's actually a better shot of the interior there. There's all white. Yeah, like I said, we won't. Wow, that looks super cool there. I don't know the color names. Like I said, we'll figure that out when we get over the configurator. Porsche doesn't have a whole bunch of information on their website, but we're going to pick apart what we can. So like I said, we're going to check out the features and see what they're going to tell us about that. And we'll go through the gallery. They don't have many images, but we'll go through the gallery too. Actually, let's start off at the gallery before we go to the features. So we saw these images. Like I said, they don't have many. Here they're showing an S. And so, like I said, the only way that you can tell a Boxster S from a base model is we can see the Boxster S has a dual center exhaust, whereas the base model has a single exhaust outlet. And the Boxster S has red brake calipers, whereas the base model does not. Right? Pretty simple. Here's a shot of the interior. This is obviously the PDK transmission. Will we do automatic? Will we do a stick shift? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling, I'm not sure. We will see. Maybe I might want to do this in a manual gearbox. It sounds really fun. I love these two-tone interiors. We're going to try to have some fun in the configurator without blowing the price up to like $100,000. We'll see. Got a few more photos here. Here's a nice shot of the steering wheel. Here's your Sport Plus buttons right on the steering wheel. The steering wheel has certainly improved. You got a lot more features on it. Here's another shot. Of course, they're showing the Boxster S on all their photos. It'd be nice if they showed the base model. But yeah, here's a shot of their little 4-inch information display there. I love this car. It's a very, very, very nice car. Here's a base model Boxster right here. Looks really great in that whatever color gray that is. It's very nice. Here's one that's obviously more stripped down. We don't see any kind of, yeah, it's just more stripped down. You can kind of tell it doesn't have the Sport Plus button on the steering wheel or anything. This is probably the base model. And that's okay. And that's okay if it is. Here's your storage. You can fit 2 pairs of shoes in there apparently. Here's your infotainment screen. Yeah, everything looks great. Looks fantastic. There's your little roll bars right there. Nice looking car. I think we've seen enough. Oh, here's your snap-in adapter for your iPhone. I was going to say I think we've seen enough images, but maybe we haven't. How many more are there? Wow, now that looks hot with the burgundy top. I like that. I like that. So maybe we'll either do like some shade of gray with a burgundy top, or maybe we'll do black with a burgundy top. We'll see. Okay, here's one out at the park. They have a lot more photos. There's a Sport Chrono package. There's a lot more. There, see, there's the single exhaust outlet right there. So there's a nice shot of a base model Boxster from the back showing a single exhaust outlet. So real easy to tell a base model from the pumped up S. Here's a nice shot of your gauge clusters, not unlike any other Porsche. Simple and gives you all the information you need. I love the digital speedometer. They don't have a heads up. I'm okay with that. There's your key for your ignition. Looks like a leather wrapped steering column right there. That's an upgrade, of course, as is that carbon fiber on that steering wheel, I bet. Have we seen enough photos? Maybe we have, maybe we haven't. I don't know. They have a lot, don't they? They have more. Okay, no, we haven't. Here's a luggage set. Look how cool that is. Like that. That's an awesome picture. They just keep surprising us. They're going through they're going through everything. There's a Bose audio there. Here's a nice shot of the seats. Gorgeous. It's like a tweed and leather or something like that. Here's a nice shot of the front end. Looking gorgeous. Here's the upgraded Burmester. So apparently you can get a Bose, is probably standard, your Bose audio system, and then they've got the Burmester. They got the Burmester. Here's a shot of a base model 718 from the back, looking sweet. Here's another shot of those seats, different color. Close-up shot of the rear end of a base model. A bird's eye view of the top side of a base model. I don't know if it's a base model or an S, to be honest with you. Base model. That's an S. How can I tell? There's the red brake calipers right there. Good-looking car, buddy. Woo! That's a good-looking car. I'm not even kidding. It is really great. I really like it in that gray. I'm feeling the gray. I'm feeling that shade of gray. I don't know what it's called, but we're going to have to do that, I think. Here are your tail lights looking very futuristic and high-end. Here's a nice shot of the front. That's an S. This is another S. The S from the back. S from the side. From the back. Okay, I think, yeah, we actually did it. We got through all the photos. There were a lot more photos than I thought. All right, let's check out the features. Okay, so let's learn about the features. They've got a lot of tabs here, and so we're going to go through this in such a logical way that we're not going to just read through information, but there's a lot of stuff. So the drive dynamics, they've got all this different stuff to go through the drive dynamics of the 718. The chassis, the safety features, accessories, audio and communication, Porsche Connect, and personalization. So, and as you can see, it varies as how much content they have under each tab. So we're going to start over here with drive and just jump into it. So they're talking about the idea of the 718. So let's see what they're going to say. Okay, so in looking at this bit of information here, it seems like the 718 has been around for a long time. They call it the legendary 718 with the sports car tomorrow. So sounds like the 718's been around for a long time, and they're just basically saying that it's awesome and it's got a new level of performance and comfort and assistance, and of course lots of horsepower, up to 350 horsepower, and that the car breaks away from standards and all of that kind of stuff, and that it's delivered countless podium finishes, and it's got that 4-cylinder Boxster engine, etc., etc. Here they're talking about the principle of a mid-engine sports car. And they're really basically talking about that the engine is positioned no further than 12 inches behind the driver. And what that does is that gives you that thump on the back, the extraordinary cornering capabilities, and all of that other driving dynamics. And so that's what makes it magic. Have I ever driven one? No, I haven't driven one. But everybody keeps saying how great it is. Is it? Who knows? Moving on, Porsche just gets long in the tooth about some of that stuff. They don't really say much. They just kind of toot their own horn with a lot of these sections. So exterior design, yeah, they're going to tell you about the flowing lines and how great that is, and the interior and its ergonomics and its updates. We can kind of see all that. We're not going to get into that. Let's see what they're going to say, however, about the standard specification. Okay, standard specifications, they don't say a whole bunch. They got the 718 Boxster here and the Boxster S down below. So I kind of already said it. 2-liter engine, makes 300 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. Here's our quick specs. 18-inch wheels. You get 4-piston brakes in front and rear. You get bi-xenon main headlights. This is your base model here, your standard specs. You got a single exhaust. You got a sport button. You got the Porsche communication management. and all of that there. Nothing amazing. We're not going to get into the specs of the S because this build and price, we're focusing on the base model. Moving ahead, they're going to talk about the performance of their engine. We're not going to jump into that. We know that the base engine makes 300 horsepower and 200 and what was it, 80 pound-feet of torque, and the S makes 350 and surely more torque than that. These engines are turbocharged. They have variable turbine geometry. And yeah, efficient technologies. Yep, there's a sport exhaust system. You can have these. I think maybe the 6-speed manual transmission might be standard equipment with the PDK being available as an option. Yeah, it looks to be available as an option. Like I said, I don't necessarily like the learn more because all they give you is a bunch of paragraphs. And like I said, they toot their own horn in most of it. And it's like 20% real information and like 80% other stuff that you have to read through. And we can pretty much figure out what they're talking about. Here's an optional system. It's called Porsche torque vectoring. You probably hear a lot about torque vectoring now because it's not just available in high-end cars and sports cars anymore. Torque vectoring can kind of help you get around a corner without crashing. That's my takeaway on it. It helps defy the gravity, defy dynamics of driving sometimes if you're coming in a corner too hot, etc., etc., etc. All right, let's move on. So let's talk about the chassis. So here they're talking about steering. There's electromechanical power steering and there's power steering plus. There's a Porsche active suspension management called PASM. It has 2 modes, a normal and a sport mode. The result is an increased driving stability, improved comfort, and enhanced performance. There's also the Porsche Stability Management System and the PSM Sport. This is all to help you what? To drive more sporty. That's the whole thing. It's like, how fast can you really drive? There's speed limits on these public roads. I mean, that's the whole thing about this stuff. Do you really need any of this? Do you really need any of this if you're following applicable laws of the road? Here they're just talking about the wheels. We know that the base model gets 18-inch wheels. The upgraded mod, the S, gets 19-inch wheels, but surely you can option the base model with any size wheel you want. They're even telling you down here at the last sentence that there's 20-inch wheels available. Here they're talking about that sport button. And this is, you get a sport button if you have the PDK transmission, I guess. I'm sorry, it says in vehicles with the PDK, upshifts take place at higher engine speeds and downshifts happen sooner. So sport button you can get either way, whether you get a manual or the PDK. They're just letting us know with the PDK, it's a little bit different. Here's the Sport Chrono package. And this is even sportier tuning of the vehicle and launch you to sporty heights. I think that sportiness and horsepower and all of that kind of stuff, it's almost like marketing these days because you got cars with so much horsepower and so much sport that nobody can even really use it. So again, you got the Sport Chrono package. This is all about your lap times and just going fast and improved driving dynamics and all of that there. And where you're doing it, we don't know where we're going to do all this sporty driving. All right, let's look at safety here. All right, so they got brakes. They got the big brakes on here. There's Porsche ceramic composite brakes that you can get on this thing if you want to. The S gets bigger brakes than the base model. That's part of the thing with the S. You got lots of airbags. You got rollover protection. And let's see, what are they going to say about lights? You got Porsche dynamic light system. You got LED headlights and all of that. So they've got a different variants of lights, and it depends on how much money you want to spend. Me, I might just want some basic lights and some basic fog lights, and daytime running lights, I would hope, are standard. I have to admit, I really don't enjoy the Porsche website, the way they lay out their information. I look at lots of cars. I build and price lots of cars, and information can be displayed in a much more nice way, a much more presentable way than just paragraph after paragraph. That just shows you that Porsche just says, hey, we're going to put our information down, and if you want it, you're just going to have to really read through this really tiny font. They're just talking about their interior and their PCM that's got a 7-inch touchscreen and their instrument cluster with a 4.6-inch little information display. They're not saying much because, yeah, here right over here, here's your tachometer right here in the center, if that's still the case, and here's your little 4.6-inch display right over there on the right. Here they're talking about their sports steering wheel, and there's a GT sports steering wheel and all of that. There's a light design package. You know, sometimes the European cars get really long in the tooth with all the things that they do. It's kind of cool, but it also gets kind of old after a while. Porsche entry and drive. Can we call that keyless entry and ignition? Other folks call that. They've got seats. This car comes with seats. It's got sports seats. You can get fully electric sports seats. You can get sports seats plus. You can get adaptive sports seats plus and seat heating and ventilation. I mean, that's a lot going on for these seats. This is real easy to see why you could spend well over $100,000 on a car that started off at what, like 60 grand? You could easily ramp this thing up to probably $80,000 trying to get all these little features on this car. Okay, climate control. There's apparently an optional alternative standard air conditioning system. There's a 2-zone automatic climate control. There's a luggage compartments and storage solutions. There's assistance systems, adaptive cruise control. Look how small this font is. I mean, are you kidding me? Lane change assist, park assist, and reversing camera. So those are some assistance systems. Audio and communication. There's that, you got the Bose, and we also saw the Burmester. So we know that. We've got the Porsche Connect, the new Porsche communication management, and connected apps. So this is Porsche's infotainment system, how you connect your phone and stream your music and check your messages and all of that there. And through all this literature about this Porsche communication management, I don't see anything in this micro small font about, oh, there it is. Well, I don't see anything about Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. They say, yeah, you can connect your iPhone, but they don't use the words Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Is it even available on this car? I don't think it is, because over here on this connected apps, they're saying something about the Apple Watch and all this and the Porsche Connect app. I'm just not really into any of this stuff. Every manufacturer has an app that can lock and unlock the doors, do all that, track your car, sends you notifications if the car needs service, all that kind of stuff. Depending on the manufacturer, they do various different things. Everybody has different things. And the Porsche one, they let you know they have, basically this all sounds like stuff that is pretty standard fare for the app, right? Lets you connect and send notifications to your navigation system so you get directions, all that. Stream your music, blah, 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 blah. Then, of course, this is a Porsche, so you can personalize your Porsche. They got this Porsche exclusive manufacturer, and they have all this Porsche equipment. Okay, here we are on the car configurator, because Porsche's way they put their information is very boring. It's boring that they just do paragraphs like you're reading a book at school. When other manufacturers, Mercedes, Jaguar, Lexus, I see them all, do a way better job to deliver the information in such a way that it's not completely boring. So, that said, let's jump into this car configurator. I'm sure I'm going to hear from somebody telling me to sit down, just read it. Whatever. It's boring. Overly boring. All right. Standard colors, white. Now we can see the names. We've got black. We've got guards red. And we have racing yellow. Do I like any of those colors? Nay. I mean, I do. I like the black. I like red. And I actually do like white as well. Today, for this build, I don't want any part of that. So those are those colors. Those are all no-cost options. Let's jump right down to these special colors. There's Carmine Red, and that color is $2,500 and $25.80 or $25.90. I can't even tell because the font's kind of small and it's not very clear. This color is called Chalk. I've done some Porsches in Chalk. Here's the Lava Orange. Here's Miami Blue. I've done Porsches in Miami Blue. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a link to my Porsche playlist in the description below. All right, let's talk about these metallic colors. So this one here is Carrera White. It's $650. So all these colors, as I quickly mouse over, all these metallic colors are $650. Basically, all your special color options are $2,500, $2,600, right? So we have Carrera White. We've got this jet black metallic. We got that agate gray. That's probably the gray that I said I liked. Here's the Dolomite silver. Here's a blue. Here is a night blue, which is actually nice. That's actually pretty nice. Here's some kind of green and a GT silver metallic. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of feeling that night blue metallic. I don't know why I'm liking blues lately. I like the night blue metallic, and I think I like that night blue metallic with a burgundy top, not the brown top, with a burgundy top. Can we actually see the top up though? That's the thing. It'd be nice if they actually showed it with the top up. Let me see if I can find a photo with that. The answer to that query is no. No, I cannot. All right, but what we can do is look at wheels. I like these turbo wheels. We're just going to jump right to them. But we'll take a look at all the other ones so we can see. These are 18-inch Cayman wheels here. These are 19-inch Boxster S wheels here, which are nice. These are 19-inch Cayman S wheels right there. I don't really care for the Cayman wheels. Here's 20-inch Carrera S wheels. Those are nice, but these are the Carrera Classics. These are 20-inch. These last sets are 20-inch wheels. I like these right here, these 911 turbo wheels. To me, that's the move right there. And then you got these Carrera Sport wheels. These things are $3,500. But then these wheels here that I like, they're $4,570. And we're going to get those wheels. We're sitting at a total MSRP of $66,170. I am being mindful of how much we're spending here. So we've got this, I'm going to call it a dark blue. We got the burgundy top. That looks hot. Now what do we want to do? We got the wheels. Let's take a look at our seats, our interior colors and all that. What do we want? We got the sport seats. Do we want the Sport Seat Plus? Now, what does the Sport Seat Plus look like? Here's the regular seat. Does the Sport Seat Plus look sexier? Because that's what I'm all about. Is it a sexier looking seat? Yes or no? Okay, so to get those seats, I've got to choose some kind of other interior. I think I'm going to do the interior in black and Bordeaux red because I kind of want it to match that top. But I still want some black in it. I don't want full Bordeaux red. So that's going to be an upcharge of $3,390 to do that. Okay, so we got that done, and here it is. It still looks all red to me. I don't know what the difference is. Here's the adaptive sports seats with memory. So the 18-way seats. So they got more adjustability. But wow, what a big jump in price. And you know what? Because it's such a big jump in price, I think we're just going to pass on those seats. I really want to build this car as if I say, hey, I might want this car, but I don't want it at $90,000 because it's just not worth it to me at 90 grand or $85,000 or something. So now we've got seat centers and stitching. We're not going to get into any of that. I don't need all that specialty stuff. I don't need all that exclusivity. I just think that that's just taking it too far. I'm not trying to nitpick it that far on that level. So we got all these other options and packages. The font is just really tiny. We got the premium package. Hang on here. I just made that font bigger. All right, then. We got a premium package. There's a premium package with adaptive sports seats. Now, what is the premium package anyway? The premium package is what? That includes bi-xenon headlights and Porsche dynamic light system, automatic dimming mirrors with rain sensor, 2-zone climate control, seat heating, power sport seats with memory. Okay, so actually the premium package isn't really a bad deal. Do we really want the premium package? Let me look at that again. Do we really want the premium package? I don't really necessarily need those bi-xenon headlights and all that. We don't need the 2-zone climate control. I'm really going to try to do a budget build on this. So we're not going to do those packages. I don't think those are necessary. For the exterior, what do we have here? The sport design package, exteriors, different headlight cleaning system, safety bars. No. Door handles, painted colors, front grille. It's too much little stuff. It's not important. It's just not important. Okay, it's not important to me. What might be important to me, what do they have to say for performance? Yeah, I want the 6-speed transmission. I'm okay with that. The Porsche adaptive suspension, Porsche torque vectoring, no. Tailpipes, Chrono package, extended range fuel tank. I like that for $140. Give me an extended range fuel tank. Wow, that car looks hot in dark blue with the red and the 20-inch turbo wheels. I might not like a lot about how Porsche is delivering their website content as of late. It's just really been annoying me. But I still like their cars. I don't like all the frills and all the extra junk. It just seems all, I don't know. It takes away from me. With all the adjustability, it kind of takes away. All right, so they got all this other power steering, Porsche ceramic composite brakes, the carbon ceramic brakes. Lighting and vision, I don't need upgraded lights, LED headlights, or anything like that. Comfort and assistance, what do they got down here? Cruise control, lane change assist, Porsche entry and drive, that's keyless entry and ignition, right? That isn't even standard on this car, on a $60,000 car, which in and of itself is sad, but whatever. Porsche entry and drive. All right, there that is. We're sitting at $70,000. Yeah. As far as interior stuff, I don't need to do anything with the interior leather, or I don't want Alcantara, don't want wood. Carbon fiber, however, I might be interested in some carbon fiber interior trim for the leather interior. So let's see what that might look like. Yeah, I want the carbon and fiber. I'm being real smart and selective about what I'm spending my money on. All right. Manual gear lever with carbon fiber. We don't need to do all that extra upgrade. I think we're okay with here. Let's just find out what's all the specifics of this. Dashboard trim, including cup holder, door trim, center console trim. That's our $1,800 spent in carbon fiber. The rest of it, we're going to have to nickel and dime, and we're not. So we're going to do the limited version of carbon fiber. Audio and communication, smartphone, voice control. You got so it doesn't even come with a Bose. The Bose it doesn't even come with a Bose audio system. Give me the Bose audio system for $990. Here's Apple CarPlay. I don't even use the iPhone anymore. Navigation, including Porsche Connect, that's $2,300. You kidding me? Anyway, delivery experience. Yeah, the last Porsche I had, some guy commented because he was like, "Oh, if you can't afford the thing," it's not about that, sir. It's not about that. We get to decide how much we want to spend on a car. If you want to spend whatever for how much, then that's your business. I can decide how much I want to spend. And some of this stuff just seems silly. Still like Porsches, but they are losing their allure because it's just too much. It doesn't take all that. Give me a Dodge Challenger SRT, and I might just have to get up the road. Delivery experience, I don't need to go anywhere to Los Angeles or anything, or go to Germany to pick up the car. All right, that's all good. Leather and deviated stitching, don't care about that. Tech equipment is your wheels and accessories. I don't care about any of that. Snow chains, decorative valve sleeves. No, don't care about any of that stuff. Interior, floor mats and stuff like that. You know what? They don't even show a decent picture. Yeah, I do want some floor mats. We're not going to bother with that. I just go to the dealer later or tell him to throw those floor mats in with the price of the car. Child seats and care accessories, we don't need any of that stuff. So here we are. We're $73,000 out the door for what I think is a very beautiful car. Like I said, I don't like Porsche's website anymore. I don't like how they deliver their content. I think they're lazy about their content. It's not fun how they deliver it. And their car configurator is just long in the tooth. It's just long in the tooth. It just really is. It doesn't take all that to have a car, even a nice one. All right, so that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And maybe I won't do a Porsche for a while until they maybe do something different with that website. But on that note, I still love the car. If you found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining, or you like this color combination of this car, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Other than that, I'm going to tell you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the very next video.